Thank you so much for joining us here on Idaho Today. Mom, what does the title mean to you? There's clearly no one definition and no right or wrong answer. As we approach Mother's Day, the panel on Mom Matters leans in with their 2 cents on what momming and the title of mom really means to them. Welcome to Mom Matters, created by moms for moms, a safe and non-judgmental space for women's voices to be heard. I'm joined by Genevieve Nutting, creator of the Womanist Community and mom of a bouncing baby boy. And we also have Krista Bell, life coach, former counselor, and mother and grandmother. Natalie Allen, she's the assistant news director here at KTVB and mother of 4. And Shannon McGuire, creator of Supreme Moms and mother and grandmother. Now, Shannon, we've shared with our audience throughout the past couple of weeks that you've funded a Gallup poll focused specifically on Idaho moms. That goes public the weekend of Mother's Day. However, we've been using some of the preliminary information from this Gallup poll to fuel the conversations here on Mom Matters. Over the past few weeks, we've talked about some really important topics like moms are burnt out, moms need to be heard, moms need a community, moms need better work options. Today, we're talking about moms enjoy being moms. That's what the Gallup poll preliminary information says. We'll discuss amongst ourselves, what does that mean? We enjoy being moms, and also what does being a mom mean? What's your first thought when you hear that? Moms enjoy being moms.
So I'll jump in. I have acronyms for everything, and mom for me is master of making. Master of making.
That's a great one.
So either stories or stuff happen, and it's a place I've come to after almost 24 years of being a mom. And I love it. I love being a mom. I wouldn't be who I am if I wasn't a mom. I was a teen mom. So my entry into motherhood was like, whoa, and it was filled with so many advice and opinions centered on, you're too young. Maybe I was, maybe I wasn't. But being a mom is, I wouldn't know how to identify myself. At the same time, above all that, I'm me. I'm not, I won't say more than a mom, it's mom and. It's mom and.
I love that.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's obviously unconditional love and your heart living outside of itself, 4 times. I just, number one cheerleader, I think, for my kids in their own individual ways. Because I have 4, just loving each one individually and in their, celebrating their unique abilities.
I think of quiet strength. And there's a lot of stuff that we do behind the scenes and it's very quiet. And then there's times when the kids will say something to you and you cannot respond the way that you would like to. Or you may be hurt by what they said, but you still need to remain in that position of unconditional love. We are the most powerful people in our kids' lives, and we get to guide them and we get to make them feel heard and known. And so it's a really important job, and I love it.
Our roles as mothers are constantly evolving and changing along with the souls that we're guiding.
Yeah, it's a lot of power that we have, and we have to be very careful.
And we're the only ones who have that role.
Right.
Yes.
No one can take your role of mom.
Yeah. It's the most financially underpaid role I've ever had. But I'm also like the most qualified for this role that I've ever had. And it is the coolest, hardest job ever. I'm so grateful to get to be a mom, and it has its days, it has many days and has many moments. But I was telling, we were talking about this morning that I was in the kitchen, I'm trying to make breakfast and I'm trying to get my outfit together and I'm trying to remember you have to get out of the sweats. I did not shower, I'll be honest. I did the perfume thing.
You look great.
And
I can't smell you over here.
That's perfect. That's perfect. But we're trying to get everything together and my child just starts going like this. Because we got music going on, he's dancing. And I'm like, you know what? Gosh, what a great reminder you are. Like, that I also need you to remind me to slow down and to be present. And what is really important. I mean, a year ago, because he's 19 months old, or even a couple of years ago, just I think the mom phase I'm in right now is unlearning and relearning who I am and what my priorities and values are. And it's just, yeah, I think it's the coolest role I'll ever have in my life.
Your journey, you're entering into your early mom journey, right? And creating those boundaries early are so important in making that space. But making sure you're committed to them throughout every other chapter, because while you set them in the beginning, it's so easy to, those boundaries become blurred lines over time if you allow them, right? And I want to talk more about that too in the future. Ladies, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Greatly appreciate you, your vulnerability, your sharing. And for all of you, you can relive all these Mom Matters conversations at our YouTube channel for Idaho Today and also at the Idaho Today landing page at ktvb.com. We'll join you again next Wednesday.